Hey, me, Grandpa. Like what you see? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe then. Please touch my furs.
What's up, everybody? We got our first major patch for 20 minutes till dawn, I think, right? I'm pretty sure. We have a new character called Yuki, and they have officially added endless mode to the early access version of the game, so y'all can give that a try now. It's changed a lot throughout the beta than the videos that I even had showed, so I plan to try to show that at some point. But for now, let's try out the new character. It is Yuki, the Ice Queen, is how I'd probably describe it. So Yuki, on every 6th shot, send out a frost butterfly that periodically freezes nearby enemies. If affected enemies are already frozen, they instead take damage equal to your bullet damage. So, what do you want for this, I'm thinking? You want high fire rate, high bullet damage, and you gotta assume that the frost butterfly is affected by summons. And it feels like I haven't been doing summons that much, so I might try to do more summons and I won't really get out as many frost butterflies, I would think. Now, I don't know if the butterfly will actually scale up with summon damage or only summon attack speed. I don't know. I guess we'll find out together, huh? I was thinking I was gonna do a plain Jane revolver run and see how that works, because that has kind of like a decent damage and a decent fire rate. It's the only one that's kind of has like a mixed bag of the two, really. Everything else has low something otherwise. Let's try that out. Of course, we're gonna play a Darkness 15. We'll see how this works. So every 6th shot, okay, there's the frost butterfly. And it looks like it just kind of goes in one direction, huh? Is it wherever I aim? Seems to be mostly where I'm aiming. For the rune tree, sorry, I forgot to show it. I just picked the things that have the most elemental help. Basically burn and ice and stuff. Wow, that's a lot of ice, considering we don't have anything for ice. What do ice and electricity have a synergy, really? No, it's ice and fire and lightning, right? I'm pretty sure. We would just go double shot then. Double shot works, I guess. Magic lens? No. I wanted to try to do summons. That looks weird. It didn't, like, highlight it, really. Okay. I'm especially looking forward to what the chests offer here, and hopefully it's something pretty cool. The butterflies actually work really well, it looks. So we're gonna be looking for... I guess we need the ice synergies, right? Rapid fire is okay. We probably want Pyromage and the Ice Tree, because that'll just naturally help a lot. It just makes sense. I don't know. I mean, that one makes the most sense. I kind of wanted to check out to see if the summons would help. I could probably try to do a little bit. I guess we'd want the Ghost more than anyone, because that has summon attack speed, which might make the butterflies do something. Might fly more quickly, I don't know. So there's light weaponry, and then you can get summon damage. But the thing is, the butterflies, they don't really work that way, it looks. So I don't think that makes sense. But Ghost Friend could be interesting. Let's go Firestarter, I think that's a good one. And we'll probably get the burn damage eventually anyway. Yeah, Endless Mode is a pretty big add, honestly. It actually has kind of been perplexing my brain for a while now, because I kept trying to think, like, there's got to be a way to break this now, because they kind of fixed the original brokenness of it. Let's take the frost. They kind of made it so it's not as broken as when they first introduced it in the beta, and now it's actually pretty challenging, and I haven't totally found a way to break it. Like, eventually, like, you kind of get stuck pretty soon. I kind of like it that way. I've been trying to do, like, specific things, and, like, I record it, but then it doesn't end up getting shown because, like, it just doesn't quite work out, and yeah. Breaking things, very fun, of course. We just do straight bullet damage here, right? I'm gonna say. I think there's something weird about that bullet damage, because that added 6 damage to our bullets. We're supposed to add 35%. Yeah, that actually makes sense. But then I think there's some like bullet damage upgrades that don't actually add as much as they claim. So I don't really know how that works. Okay. Plus, we want to get Splinter from that tree really badly. Always Splinter, forever Splinter. I don't feel very strong right now, to be honest. Rapid Fire or Divine Blessing. Definitely not Fan Fire. Yeah, it has to be Rapid Fire, really. All right. I think I have Ethereal up. Okay, I didn't think I took that, but here we are. All right, plenty of levels. Intense Burn or Light Bullets, I wonder. Both good. I don't know. I'm not convinced about Intense Burning. Let's go Light Bullets for now. Maybe if we get like Frostfire and stuff. I don't know if I need Intense Burn to get Frostfire. That one's a bit hard to measure, I gotta say. Yeah, the devs also put in some notes. They said, minus the fire rate. I am gonna go Ghost Friend and see if we can do summon attack speed and see what happens from that. It can be my one goofy thing to take potentially here. The devs said they're on track to work on, I think it's one new character and 2 new guns after this update. So that'll even that out. And they're gonna do mod support for the game. Which could be very interesting. Some people, like, I'm not usually big into mod support in games, in the sense that I don't, you know, go around exploring what mods people have made and stuff. I don't usually do that, but I also haven't really been part of a scene for a game like that in a long time. Siege. Split Fire. Siege with Fusillade would be good. But it's not good right now. Probably Split Fire. Cans was okay too. Or at least there's very few games I'm like, I play enough of the game to actually want to look into what mods people have made. And it's not like a diss to the people that make the mods. I think it's cool. I think it's fun. You're creating a community and stuff. What do we got? Send out an additional Frost Butterfly. Okay. Not super exciting, but it works. I wish they split them up maybe more. Frost Shards. Okay, so here's Energetic Friends here. This is the one I was thinking of with the Frost Butterfly. The Frost Butterflies kind of look the same. It might work better now, though. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to tell, probably. If we get a high enough fire rate, then we could potentially just keep getting everything frozen. Yeah, the damage from the Frost Butterfly probably didn't matter that much. Anyway, back to my story about modding. There's really only like a couple games I can recall spending time looking at mods on. Yeah, let's do Splinter for sure right now. And before that, it's kind of... Most games I just get, you know, the bearish minimum out of them, and then I never get to the point where I need more content than what was originally created. It's pretty rare that, for me, that happens with the game. Now, there's some obvious examples here, of course, where that was not true. But it kind of becomes different when playing games for elongated periods of time is your career, I'll admit. All right, we'll grab Siege, mostly for the synergy that could happen if we get Fusillade. We need more... We need a lot more things. Like, more bullets and stuff would be very helpful. The Frost Butterflies have kind of a spread to them. Why does it feel like I'm walking so... There we go. Sometimes I don't know why, but it feels like I'm just walking very slowly. Okay, watch out. Keep it frozen, keep it frozen. Sometimes I feel like this boss is actually harder than, yeah. than the laser boss. Man, this is tough. So this is tough because we don't really have any scaling damage. We needed to see Frostbite by now. None of these are that great. Maybe Fanfire or more crowd control isn't that bad. Our magazine is very small. I haven't done a revolver run in so long. There we go. Might make things slightly easier on us. All right, what do we got? Fire rate. Tome of Elements. I think the fire rate will be better than the elements, because it only makes the freeze duration last longer. It'll up our burn damage, but the burn damage isn't much right now. I think I want more frost butterflies. I don't think the Tome of Elasticity ever makes sense. Tripled my base ammo. Fire rate plus 66%. And now we fire in like a triangular pattern here. I feel like I end up taking that tome most of the time. I think it's probably a bit too good. I don't want them to nerf it because I think it's at least a lot of fun, but maybe make some of the other ones better. Maybe I'm crazy for thinking this, but the Tome of Elasticity, they could probably make the bounce plus 5, and I still am not even certain I'd take it. I wonder if that could potentially break the game though. I really, really, really need Frostbite. Aha! There it is. Fusilade's there too, which we really want. When an enemy is afflicted with freeze, they lose 15% of their max HP. Okay, so that should help a lot. When we get Shatter, we'll be good. Ice everywhere, of course. I'm hoping we get some... I hope the second chest is a bit more interesting or cool than the first. We're getting quite a few butterflies now, I gotta say. I'm watching them go out there. They're looking pretty good. Could get tough later on. I guess Quick Hands is the only one. Unless I want to try to do these summons, but I don't see it making sense here. Air. Glare. Glare, the only thing that actually stands out in Endless mode, which has been nerfed even more in Endless in general, I think. Apparently, too many people are breaking it, but I'm gonna have to give it another shot. Woo. I was hoping that they would add more upgrades in the game. I wasn't necessarily looking for more characters and guns. I actually feel like that variety is decent for where it is right now. What I really wanted was more skill trees, you know? To differentiate the builds a bit more. Thus, it will make the current characters much more interesting, potentially. But it's still early. We'll see. Time will tell. I think we just take Armed and Ready. Dragon's kind of too late to get that going. It kind of would have fit in, maybe, if we tried to do, like, all summons. I guess with this, maybe we could have done Flame Cannon. Ignore bullet damage, right? And then just do summons with Fire and Ice, maybe. That could have worked, too, potentially. Then I feel like I'm missing out on at least part of the essence of the butterflies here. But then again, my bullet damage is like 12 right now, so I guess it didn't wind up mattering. All right, the Frost is definitely taking over, that's for sure. But I'm not really getting a lot of kills. If we get Shatter, then it's gonna be destroying for sure. Here we go, Fusillade now, pretty easily. Not Fresh Clip, really. Bullet damage even less now. I've made some bullet damage builds work out, mostly with like the grenade launcher and stuff. But not very often. I think these wind up being more reliable, end up going that way, and they kind of... Is it weird to say I feel like they're more interesting, maybe? Or, I don't know. I guess not really. I guess when it comes to bullet damage, there's just not as many options, I think. There's really only like 3-ish upgrades that actually even give you straight bullet damage. It's hard to find. Enemies affected by freeze explode when killed and deal damage to nearby enemies equal to 10% of their max HP. All right, there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. And now we get to hear all the shattering going on. Well, that should make things a lot better. Okay. Let's say we're looking pretty good now. Oh, gun mastery? Has to be gun mastery. For sure. Big shot. I don't know about big shot with this. I mean, it's fine. It's still a positive. Kill clip is actually quite good. But it has to be gun mastery for now. I think kill clip would actually be good for this. Got a lot of XP on the ground. I have no move speed, no magnetism, so it's gonna be hard to pick it all up. Alright, well, I think we won. Look at all those frost butterflies going out. They don't survive very long, though. That's fresh clip. Take haste, try to get running gun. I don't know how much I care about the burn. Yeah, let's take haste. Try to pick up more of this XP here. I know there's probably been plenty of frost builds out there and stuff, but I mean, it's the frost character. You gotta do it. You know, what else can you do? It kind of makes sense because they have a fire character, they have a lightning character, right? It was probably only a matter of time. I wonder what they're missing now if I were to think about that. I don't know how useful Ice Shard is, really. Go big shot. That'd be goofy fun. Lowers the fire rate a little bit, but maybe it's worth it. Yeah, we actually reload pretty fast already, it looks. I don't know how much I really care, and we don't have to reload often. In sync for the damage and attack speed on the summons, assuming that even does anything. I don't see Ice Shard doing much. Lens? I don't see Lens doing a whole lot either right now. It'll do something with the ghosts, potentially. I kind of downplayed the Lens a lot. So what are they missing from the game now? I do think they just need a higher variety of skill trees. You know? I think they just need a few more. It wouldn't take a lot more. I think it's just a few more, though. And probably a lot more synergies, to be honest. I think the number of synergies is a bit on the lower end. So just give us more of that stuff. Let us see. Blazing speed. Not exactly what I want. I don't really love these. Alright, sure. Take fresh clip. I don't know. I don't think any of those were especially interesting or good. Not doing it for me. Not sending me, as the kids say. On God, no cap, etc. I was recently told that people don't say cool anymore. Like, that's cool. It's like people don't say that anymore. It's like, what do they say? And they didn't really have an answer. And I've realized they've gone in the opposite way with the temperature because things are lit now. Things used to be cool. Now they're lit. Apparently. Of course, if I said this out loud to the person who I was talking to, they'd just be rolling their eyes so hard they'd see the back of their brain. But it's the truth, you know? I don't want magnetism, because if we get the fire rate in the reload on it. Okay, watch out. We got this guy, it probably doesn't really matter. Let's see. The thing is, without the shatter doing a lot here, I'm not certain how good we actually are at killing, like, one target. I think there's something wonky about Frostbite. Like, they claim it hurts bosses by 1%, but I don't know if that's actually happening. I'm not really sure. Or maybe it's only an endless thing, because I feel like there was an endless problem going on. Okay. This will be our second chest, right? All right, give me something interesting. Frozen enemies take 30% extra damage. Yeah. Yeah. I was kind of hoping for something cooler. You know? The butterflies are kind of cool. Mini clip. That's pretty terrible. There's running gun. There's recharge. Mini clip always shows up in the wrong places. Recharge also good. I'm gonna take that first, but I would still like run and gun. This way I'm hopefully reloading a little bit less, I guess. Okay. Especially with Ethereal, you can get like enough kills to where Ethereal just keeps like triggering off of itself and everything. Okay. 5 minutes left. Is there a scary time coming up at all? I don't think when you have ice going on, I don't think there's really going to be too scary of a time. I think that balanced ice, they got to make it so enemies aren't actually frozen. Like, act like still, maybe just slowed is what they have to do. That's what I'm thinking. And instead, so they changed it so ice is slow, and they could add another mechanic called stun or something like that that does actually stun enemies, but it's extremely brief. Just run and gun. Do run and gun. Maybe the bullet bounce was okay, because I don't think I really have any pierce, now that I think about it. Yeah, the bullet bounce was actually probably quite good. I didn't really think about that. Usually I have like a bunch of pierce for these builds. This is when I really wish we had a DPS meter. Check, find out how much damage like Frostbite did, Shatter did. The ghosts, the butterflies, all that stuff. Maybe they'll add it someday. Almost 5 minute mark here. I'm worried I left a bunch of XP all over the place. Tense Burn's the only one that really makes sense. I'm rarely reloading, it feels. So, I think we do that. I think we're good. I mean, the laser boss could cause a problem, as they always do, but I think when you have ice, even the eyeball enemies that shoot at you during that part, they usually wind up getting frozen, so... Without ice, I think it's kind of scary, but with it, eh. You know, it's kind of eh. Yeah, I hope they do start working on, like, something else other than new characters and guns. I kind of felt like it had a pretty good variety already. Combinations. Need more skills, maybe more synergies, maybe probably more enemies, I'd say, too. What do y'all think it needs? I think Reaper rounds here. Might be able to get that synergy also. It increases bullet damage by 10. But I think having 1 pierce now would be quite good for us. Alright, looking good. Alright, here comes the boss. I'm gonna try to clear up all the crap around us first, if possible. Now I'm gonna shoot in the general direction of the boss, I think. Of course, none of my bullets are hitting it. But the butterflies and the fireballs should be. At least there's that. Now, this boss, you never really see the ice cube on it. So I wonder if this boss kind of can't be frozen. But you can stop it from attacking, it seems, also, is what I've determined on Endless Mode. So maybe that's why Frostbite doesn't work on it. It is kind of technically immune to ice. Like, you can see it now, it should have attacked several times by now. Maybe because you never see the ice cube on it. Oh, nice. That actually went by pretty fast. It never technically gets frostbite. Reload rate minus 50. A second Tome of Rage again. I kind of wonder if Tome of Summoning works, though. Does it matter, though? With the butterflies, am I going to see a difference, really? Tome of Rage, I'll see a difference. You know what I mean? Tome of Rage, come on. I think I just had a video where I had double Tome of Rage, but... Alright, let's try to kill this. This gives me a lot more butterflies, at least. Alright, we're gonna take care of you. You're probably just gonna die by me doing this. Drawing little circles. There's stand your ground. Beautiful. More fire rate. Our fire rate didn't really get that high because we don't really... There's nothing from this character that really helps it. Watch the last chest be the coolest one. Okay. Boom, boom. Let's see. Probably excitement there. Pretty easily. More fire rate. More butterflies. More fireballs. Etc. I don't know if it matters if I do stand and just aim at it. I see lots of small numbers. It's weird that I'm knocking it back so much, considering we have minus not 95% knockback twice. Okay. There we go, boss down. Double how often Frost Butterfly freezes or damages nearby enemies. Yeah, not exactly what I was hoping for, I guess. Mini clip, there's Frost Fire. So that should do pretty well, I would think. Frost Fire makes a lot of sense here. I'm kind of disappointed. I'm gonna be full honest. You know, I'm not some blind mule that just says, wow, this is amazing. I love this. You know, I love this game. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, I'll be honest with you. I'm a little disappointed in this character. I'm a little phoned in on it. Am I really gonna die in the last 2 minutes? The odds of that are quite slim. I mean, the butterflies look cool, I think, at least. But I think the chests, I'm a little disappointed because I've been saying for a long time, like, a lot of the characters, like, maybe not a lot, but some chests are really cool in some of the characters, and some are just kind of boring or duds, you know? Like, Shauna has amazing and very interesting chests, I think. Well, I guess the experience one's not super interesting, but the triple and the crown, at least, are both very interesting. I'd rather it be interesting than good a lot of the times, too. Mind Blessing? It doesn't always have to be good, but it can be interesting. I don't really know how you'd capitalize on the butterflies here, because you need a high fire rate. And if you actually want them to deal a lot of damage, then you need... then you need high bullet damage, too. So, I guess I'm kind of stuck. Your bullets deal an additional 10 damage. Let's go for it. I will die in one hit, though. So, theoretically, that should affect the butterflies. It's too hard to tell, though, is the problem. We'll never really know. Endless mode does actually offer quite a bit. I'm not usually big on endless modes in games like this, but I think it's actually very interesting because it changes the entire way you play the game in that you can take upgrades up to 5 times each, which suddenly changes a lot of how things work. You know, makes things way more interesting. Let's see. Go away, mini clip. You're drunk. Take rubber bullets. I don't know if we'll see a lot of bouncing bullets, but we'll see. I think it theoretically would work for things like Splinter too, so kind of a question of do the bullets go on for long enough to actually hit another thing, though. This is probably one of the better builds. I don't know. Things aren't like truly melting. No pun intended, I guess. I mean, things are dying pretty fast, but we've definitely had it where, like, I didn't even see enemies on the screen by the end, potentially. I think there was like a diamond build like that, basically. Okay. 10 seconds. Looks like we've made it. So I don't know how much more I can even cover in this update already. We'll find something to do, especially with endless mode. All right. There we go. We did it. We survived another night. Darkness 15 with the new character Yuki, I think her name was, right? Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like, comment especially to let me know if you want to see more of the game or whichever games you like to see. And subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.